I saw shaggy. There was absolutely nothing that was not wrong with me. Hello, my people all over the world. As always, I'm excited to be here again today on the program, Time to Tell Your Story. And I remain your host, Abiola Afonja, aka Abiscontolo. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my journey into motherhood. You know, so many people have asked, time to tell your story, time to tell your story. When are you going to share your own story too? And today I'm going to be sharing mine on this page. And, you know, we discuss life issues. We discuss issues, challenges people have passed through and how they overcome, simply just to encourage somebody out there. So today I'm going to be sharing my journey into motherhood. You know, when I got married, as a normal, the night of the wedding, we did the do. You all understand now. We did the do, and barely 10 days after the wedding, I started having stomach pain, and I was wondering what could be the matter. I could remember, I spoke with a lady in my Sunday school class that time. She is a pharmacist. So I spoke with her. She now said, Auntie Biola, maybe you should see a doctor, maybe you are pregnant. I was like, now so then they get pregnant just 10 days after wedding. Kilo shele go go. So I didn't really take her serious because I was wondering 10 days. And the thing is, after after a few days, I had let's say after 15 days or so, I had my menstruation. So I just removed my mind from the pain I feel in my stomach. Then it went like that. Later, the pain was still there, but I thought it was menstrual pain and all that. After that menstruation, the pain reduced. So and because I was always busy at work, there was no really time to go for tests, to go to the clinic and all that. So since I've had my menstruation, I just removed my mind from the pregnancy aspect. Then later, I think I took antibiotics. Later, I took antibiotics. Just 6 weeks after, I started bleeding, and I was wondering, what could be the cause of bleeding? I went to the hospital. They treated me. Few weeks later, I got pregnant again, but I didn't know. Then it started with the pain I was feeling before, started with the pain again, then later into bleeding. That was when I knew something was wrong. So I returned back to the hospital and they confirmed that I was pregnant. Then the pain continued like that. I was wearing pad and they told me at the same time that I was pregnant. So I was wondering, what kind of drama is this? It kept on like that. Men and brethren, you know, I wore that pad till almost 6 months. Although the bleeding reduced a bit, it reduced into spotting. So, but the thing is, I saw shaggy. There was absolutely nothing that was not wrong with me. Today, headache, tomorrow, stomach pain, day after, body pain, heart pain, neck pain, leg pain. I am not joking. Name that thing that was not wrong with me. And it was as if I should choose between the pregnancy and my life. I started bleeding. Let me not jump. So after they confirmed that I was pregnant, today I will go to the hospital. I can be on bed rest for 1 week. The day I resume back to work, either before I leave work or When I get home in the night, the next morning, I will return back to the hospital because latest, either that same day, before evening, or in the middle of the night, I will start bleeding again. So I will return to the hospital. At a point, my doctor had to ask, you need to pick one between this baby and your job. Because as it is, you have a delicate pregnancy and you have to be on bed rest. It was a very difficult decision to make. I just made up my mind that this pregnancy, I'm going to keep it. I kept the pregnancy. I was on bed rest. I was not doing anything. But let me not say I was not doing anything. I was eating. Man, I was seriously eating. Before, let's say between 6 a.m. in the morning till 12 noon, uh, I would have eaten like, let me just reduce it 4 times. If I say eating, I'm not saying eat biscuit, eat kiniko. I will eat full meal. Full meal, that's what I will eat. When I wake up 5:30 a.m., because that's when my husband will go to work, at a point I was following him to work. When he wakes up 5:30 a.m. just to tidy the house and make food for me, there was no way. When he's going up and down, I will wake up. By that 5:30, he had already made pap because he knows that if I should carry my leg from the bed down like this to enter the bedroom to bathe, I'll be saying, I want food, I want food. It was a very funny situation. So pap would have been ready. I would take pap at that 5:30 a.m. Then maybe by 8, by 8 I will take another food, a meal. That's when I would take my breakfast. That what I took before was just to brush my mouth. So I was eating like that and I was on bed rest, but I saw shaky. Let me put it that way. Everything was wrong with me. Everything was wrong with me. It was as if, you know, it was as if the baby would not survive herself. They were choking me, all sort of injections. And later, when it was time for delivery, that was another case. Because of all sort of injections that I've taken just to stop the bleeding. You know, my EDD day passed. There was no show. My doctor was like, okay, we have to do membrane sweep. Ah,